I just got laid off from my job at CBS, and every producer on my team who got laid off is a person of color. Every person who gets to stay and will be relocated within the company is a white person. Now, in my meeting with the executive who told me I was getting laid off, I specifically asked him if it was a consideration for us to be relocated somewhere else within the company, and he said that we advocated to keep the show. We advocated to try to get you relocated somewhere, and we couldn't. Because I asked him, why are you the person who is making this decision or delivering the news that we're being laid off? And he said, oh, it could have been anyone. Only to later find out, because it wasn't until I went downstairs thinking that me and all of my colleagues had been laid off, that I found out that it was only the people of color. So I went one by one to my white colleagues. Are you getting laid off? No. 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 So I went back up to his office and I told him, I think you lied to my face. And come to find out, it was not his decision to eliminate the show that I work for. But he did get to decide who got to stay. I told him, you said that you couldn't get us relocated, only to find out that you were able to get some people relocated and they all happen to be white. Am I supposed to believe that that's a coincidence? And he said, yes, I'm supposed to believe that's a coincidence. I said, do you believe that's a coincidence? He said, I do, because I chose to keep the people who I had worked with before. So mind you, not only is it not based on merit, it is in its result racist. I don't care if you decided to keep people who had purple colored hair. You deciding to keep people who you had worked with before, which don't even know if that's true. If the outcome of that decision is racist, the action was racist, that shit is fucked.
Honestly, this right here is enough reason to call for a boycott because it's so clear that these big corporations they never learn, and the only time they do learn is when it hits their pocket. You all did it for Jimmy Kamal. This is another time to use your voices and your money because you can't tell me that it's a coincidence that every single person laid off just happened to be a black person or a person of color, and then they turn around and dissolve the entire race and culture department. And you know the craziest part, these are the people who have worked hard, represented their communities, and told stories that nobody else wanted to tell. So when you remove those people, who is left to tell their stories? Anyway, guys, let's just get into what people are saying about this, and do let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this. And please don't forget to like this video, share to people that needs to see it, and also subscribe to support the channel if you haven't.
Here's a shot of Barry Weiss at CBS on her way to fire all the black people in the building. One of the first things she did was to eliminate the race and culture unit because who gives a fuck about that shit? There's also this because, of course, she was a DEI hire. And a young producer, Tony Sherman, says he got dumped and all the black people on his team got dumped and all the white people got reassigned.
I just got laid off from my job at CBS, and every producer on my team who got laid off is a person of color. Every person who gets to stay and will be relocated within the company is a white person. Now, in my meeting with the executive who told me I was getting laid off, I specifically asked him if
we went from DEI and race-based hiring to race-based firing. I mean, why would a news organization need to have black people in it?
I just got laid off from my job at CBS.
And again, if it wasn't more clear today, it's gonna keep getting clearer. They don't want us to be a part of anything. That gentleman worked for CBS, the media production company. He is a producer or a writer, excuse me, that just got laid off. Now, if you go watch his video, he's telling the story about how everybody who was laid off was a person of color. Please support Arcade so we can get out from under the nails of white supremacy. Their gnarled fingertips are disgusting and full of fecal matter. I'm sick of being in this world where we don't control our media. Please support Arcade. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So it's time to boycott CBS. If you don't know, CBS is doing just like a lot of different companies again, and they do this not because they're struggling, it's because it's all about profits and being able to give the CEO some money as well as the shareholders. But they are doing mass layoffs, okay? Now, there's a gentleman on here that is currently talking about the situation because he was one of the people that was laid off in his department of CBS. He said he thought all of his colleagues were let go. However, when he goes downstairs, he sees that everybody that were laid off was people of color. He goes back upstairs to the person who decision was to make to who to keep and who to send to other departments and other jobs within the company, which was a YT man. He said, once again, they always talking about DI. It wasn't merit based in the first place. It wasn't talking about everything should be merit based anyway. The man said in his face that he chose people that he already worked with. And we don't know how true that really is, but everybody who was kept was YT. So anything CBS related or adjacent to, you don't need to be supporting. You don't need to be supporting any of these companies, stores, retailers, whatever, that are doing mass layoff. Walmart, Amazon, CBS, and many, many more. UPS, all mass layoffs, thousands and thousands of people. Target, losing their jobs, losing their livelihoods, going to struggle. These are people that possibly will need food stamps, and we already know what's going on with that. It's time to withdraw your dollar, period.
I guess it's time to boycott CBS News and anything CBS now. I don't know if you have seen the TikTok with the gentleman, I think his name is Trey Sherman, and he recently got laid off by CBS. Everybody that got laid off was a person of color. The Caucasian people that worked at the company were relocated to a different role or different position, whatever. But he stated that every person of color got laid off. And when he found that out, he did his own kind of investigation and went and talked to people. And they told him it was just a coincidence. Now, I don't know why certain white folks think that we are unintelligent. I don't get, so many times it has been proven and seen the intelligence level that a lot of African Americans have. If you are a African American and you are in a role where you can hire and you have a person of color interviewing for that position, hire the person of color. We have to play on the same field that they're playing on. Hire the person of color. If they don't have the skill set, teach them the skill set. Hire the person of color. We are all fighting for our lives right now, and I will continue to say, you can lay off 1 million of us, you will still not get us in those fields.
Former producer at CBS News said all the people of color on his team were laid off, but the white producers were kept. I'm Major League, and this is news you need to know. Former producer Trey Sherman revealed in a social media post that after CBS News canceled his show, he discovered only producers of color were let go, while white colleagues were reassigned within the network.
I just got laid off from my job at CBS, and every producer on my team who got laid off is a person of color. Every person who gets to stay and will be relocated within the company is a white person. It wasn't until I went downstairs thinking that me and all of my colleagues had been laid off that I found out that it was only the people of color. So I went one by one to my white colleagues. Are you getting laid off? No. Are you getting laid off? No. Are you getting laid off? No. Are you getting laid off? No.
For context here, this targeted culling comes after new editor-in-chief Barry Weiss took over at the network. Weiss, a self-described Zionist and fierce opponent of wokeness in the media, has no broadcast news experience and has never been a journalist. and her first move as editor-in-chief was to gut CBS News' race and culture unit and to lay off all of its producers of color. So this isn't just layoffs due to the economy. This is a structured elimination of diverse voices. And this is CBS News lurching aggressively to the right. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. If you are Black, Latino, or LGBTQ, your voices are being systematically silenced across corporate media. If you have something to say, grab a microphone, grab a camera, get on social media, and start building your platform today. But I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and remember, click the link in my bio and follow Major League TV on Facebook.
If I just got laid off today, I would treat social media just like that job I just had and work hard on posting, becoming an affiliate, get my numbers up, and get my money like that. I would hit social media hard and work on purpose stuff a lot, maybe 1 to 2 hours a day to work on my dreams, because this is time to do it. You? That what you gonna do?
I second that, yep.
Come on, girl. What?
No, but yeah, like you already said, work on your purpose, because we gotta learn how to take firings and stuff as blessing. How we know that ain't God trying to, okay, we put so much time and energy into these jobs, and God on the back burner. Our purpose, what he put us here for, is on the back burner. So if you get a little break from a firing, yeah, I know you're gonna be worried or probably stressed about how I'm paying. But use that time to, you know, what do I love to do? Like if you're a writer, that's time, you got time to write your own show. For the CBS folk, y'all going producing and working on other folk stuff. I know a lot of y'all be wanting to do y'all own thing. Use this time to work on y'all own show. Produce your own show.
And get with the other people that got fired. Y'all come up with a group.
With some.
And you need some writers. I can write. And produce. You need some actors that go. Look at she actually. But get that stuff started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, amen.
So I just got done watching this video of this young man that worked for CBS that said that he had just been fired and that they had let some other employees go from the company. And he stated that all of the employees that they let go were Black employees and that there have been some changes within the company, this, that, and the third. Now, let me tell y'all something. With all of these company layoffs and with people being so excited that people are losing benefits, people are being furloughed, you got a lot of people that's happy right now about these things that are happening that are affecting so many people. Let me tell y'all something. God don't ever sleep. And these same people that y'all see that's going through it right now because they done been furloughed, they going through it right now because they don't have the money to provide for their family. They don't have they benefits, and people are laughing at them. People are saying that, oh, that's good for them. Watch God raise these same people up. Watch things wind out, turning in these same people favor. You cannot kick people while they are down. We are going through a lot right now as a nation, but I promise you, those who are true Christians, true believers of God, true men and women of God, prayer warriors, those who truly believe in God and they have their faith in the Lord to come and make things happen at all time and to come and pick them up from the deepest, darkest places, baby, they're going to be okay. They're going to be taken care of. Let me just say that. So while y'all laughing and kicking about these folks losing their jobs, people getting fired because DEI is gone, people being discriminated against, it's hard right now on minorities, on poor people, on single mothers, on single women, period. I want you to just remember, honey, remember every laugh, every giggle, every time you thought it was funny, because the same thing that's happening to other people, it could be you the very next day. Stay in prayer, stay in the house of God, and stay reading your Bible. Stay just seeking the Lord and just being righteous in everything that you do. It may be tough right now, but everything is going to turn around. Like my mama used to always say, trouble don't last always.
Let's just call this what it is. This right here is pure racism. Because how is it that not one single white employee was laid off? Not a single one. but every single black or colored person suddenly didn't make the cut. That's not coincidence, so that's a pattern. And what makes it worse is that they didn't just lay people off, they erased an entire department dedicated to race and culture. Like, how do you preach diversity on camera but silence the very voices that make diversity real? This is exactly why people are calling for a boycott, because at some point we have to stop letting these corporations play in our faces at work when it's convenient, and then turn around and fire the very people who bring real representation. So yeah, I stand with everybody speaking up. If we don't hold them accountable, they will keep doing it over and over and over again. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This is all I have to say about this. If you made it this far, thank you so much for sticking around. Please do let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And please like this video, share to people that needs to see it. And also don't forget to subscribe to support the channel if you haven't. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.